Hi, this is Saqib Naqvi from Pakistan with an exciting tutorial for AE Tuts, and in this tutorial we will bring Mac OS X Leopard's theme wallpaper into life. Many are very well known to that what Mac OS X Leopard theme wallpaper looks like, but those who don't know, it is something like this, and we will bring that thing into life. And what we will create, just look it here. We will create something like this. So we will create this thing in our project, but before we start this project, I just want to give you some brief notes. First thing is that we will create this tutorial into two parts, and in first part we will create this stars galaxy and this aura in that galaxy. And for creating this part we will need third-party plugins, and we will use Drapecoat Shine and Drapecoat Particular. If you have this plugin, that is very good, but if you don't have, you can go to Red Giant's website, who are the distributor of the Drapecoat plugin, and you can purchase the Drapecoat Shine and Drapecoat Particular, or you can even download the demo versions to follow along with this tutorial. And for the second part we will put 3D objects like this plus sign or this AE Tuts logo on a 3D plate with reflection over it, and we will create this thing in our second part. And for creating this we will need another third-party plugin, that is ZXWorks 3D Invigorator Pro, which is a very powerful plugin that allow us to work with real 3D objects within After Effects. So if you have this one, that's good, but if you don't have, you can go to ZXWorks website and you can purchase this one, or even you can download the demo version to follow along with this tutorial. Second thing is that during my project I will keep my resolution to quarter or third to work faster. And one more thing, I will be coming most often to this window, that is effects and preset, that is a docked window. And if you do not have that one, you just come to window and you can check this button on so that you can have that. So I will come most often to that window to find the particular plugins that I need. For example, if I type some of the word of shine, for example SHI, then here I will find that plugin. So it gave us faster search for the plugin, and that way we will not need to come to in this panel and find for the specific plugin that we are looking for. Okay, that's good time to go now, and we start our project. Okay, let's begin, and we begin with creating a new comp by coming to composition menu and press new composition, or you can press Command N on your Mac keyboard and Control N on your Windows keyboard to get the dialog for the setting. In Pakistan we use Paul DV1 for our video project, but you can use your native settings, and for duration we will keep it for 15 seconds. And we will name this composition Aura Setup. Press OK to accept this, and then press Command Y on your Mac keyboard and Control Y on your Windows keyboard to get a new solid and name it Fractal Polar Lens. This name is derived from the effects that we are going to apply on this solid, and it will be of the composition size and the color will be black. Press OK to accept this, and then in effects and preset window find for fractal noise. Close this animation preset and select the fractal noise and drop that onto your layer. it will be open up with its default settings. Come into effects control window and in animation presets choose the curtain. Then increase the contrast to 200 and decrease the brightness to the value of -10. Then in timeline click the layer and press U so you can see the keyframes that this preset is using, and drag the last keyframe into the end. This keyframe is of the evolution and that is animating this curtain. So again go into timeline and go into the end of the animation and change the revolution of the evolution to the value of 3. And then in evolution option check cycle evolution and give the revolution value of the cycle to 3. It is the same value that we have used in evolution revolution property, and it will give us a loopable animation. Close these and close fractal noise, and in effects and preset window find polar coordinate. Select this effect and drop onto the same layer, and then change its interpolation from 0 to 180 degree, and then type of conversion from polar to rectangle to polar, and it will give you something like this disk. Then select the layer and press S to get the properties of the scale and give it the value of 170, so this disk will cover the whole comp. Now come again in effects and preset window and find for the lens flare. Select this lens flare and drop onto that layer. With its default setting it is okay, but we will change this flare center to the center of the comp or just a little below that. This lens flare will be giving us the shining part of the aura that we will make later. Come to project again and press Command and on your Mac keyboard and Control and on your Windows keyboard to make a new comp, and we will call this comp stage. It will be Paul DV1, duration will be 15 seconds. Press OK to accept this and drop your aura setup into this comp. Now make this aura 3D by clicking this 3D button and select this aura setup and press R to get the properties for the rotation, and rotate it in Z direction to the value of 180 degree and on X with the value of 90 degree. Then again click the layer and press P to get its position properties and change its Y position from 288 to 500. It will drop that aura setup into bottom of the composition. Now if you press collapse transformation button, it will give you back your disk, and that is something that will make aura for us. Now come into effects and preset window and find for shine. Select shine and drop onto aura setup, and it will give you something like this. First we will change source point of the shine into Y direction, and we will drop that into bottom of the comp with the value of around about 660. Then we will increase the ray length to 9. We will increase the boost light, and we will come to shimmer and we will give it a huge value like 300, and we will add more detail into it. Then come into Colorize and select the option for Colorize and change it from 3 color gradient to aura, and you will get something like this. And this shiny part is, as I have told you, that this lens flare. So you can always come to lens flare and you can increase its brightness or decrease its brightness to get a variant look for your aura in your setup. Okay, that's good. Now press Command Y on your Mac keyboard or Control Y on your Windows keyboard to get another solid. And we will call this solid stars. It will be of the composition size and color will be black. Press OK to accept this, and then in Effects and Preset window find for particular and drop that particular onto this layer. Select the layer in timeline and move it forward a little so that you can see the particle in timeline, and when our animation begins, these particles will be already in that composition. Stretch the layer till the end, and then in Effect Control, in particular option, choose the animation preset T stars field static 1, and it will give you this star field, and we will tweak a little according to our requirement. First we will come to particles and change their size from 2 to 3.5 or maybe 3. Then in the set color option we will change it from at birth to random from gradient, and then we will open up this color overlay and we will delete all these colors and we will change these two colors. First color we will choose pink color, and for second color we will choose white color. Okay, we are finished with our particle setup. Now in Effects and Preset window we will find glow. We will use built-in stylized glow over that layer. So select glow and drop it to the layer. First we will change color B from black to something like this pink color, and then glow color we will choose A and B color, and color looping we will choose smooth B greater than A, and then we will play with these value to get the glow according to our taste or our requirement. So I will decrease the threshold might be at the value of 18. I will increase the radius and I will increase the glow intensity, or maybe I will increase a threshold little more. So this is our basic setup. Our stage is ready. Now we will put the camera in it. Press Command Option Shift and C key on your Mac keyboard and Control Alt Shift and C key on your Windows keyboard to get a new camera. I will choose 15mm preset for me. You can choose either of these and you can experiment with these different presets. Press OK to accept the camera, and our scene will be changed a little because now it will seeing from the camera. Now if you are on a selection tool, you can press C to get the camera tool. You can keep pressing C to get different camera tool. For example, right now I'm at the zoom tool. If I press C, I will come to camera tool. If I press C again, I will come to orbit tool, and if I press C again, I will come to drag tool. So I'm coming back to my zoom tool, and if I zoom in or zoom out, I will see that the stars are in interaction with this camera, but this aura is not in interaction with this camera. So this is a problem, and it will limit us to be 2D, not 3D in this 3D stage. So we will tackle this problem. So press V on your keyboard to come back to selection tool and select aura setup. In fact, we are going to do something over this aura that will make it 3D and it will be interacting with this camera. So come into the view panel and change it from active camera to top. And then in shape tool, select this star tool and come onto your composition center and click and drag, and you will get this shape. So those who know to create the custom shapes with the star tool or other shape tools, that is very easy to create this shape for them. But for those who don't know, I'm just giving you a brief note about this. While you select star tool, at default it is 5-point star, but you can increase or decrease its point and also can increase and decrease the length of the points by dragging the shape. Keep pressing click button and play with the up, down, left and right arrow key. For example, if you press up arrow key, you will increase the points of the star like this. And if you press down arrow key, you will decrease the point of the stars. So I have chosen only 3 points for my star. Now if you press left arrow key, you will increase the length of the star. And if you press right arrow key, you will decrease the length of the star. That is how you can create these custom shapes with this mask. The tip is that select the shape, click on the composition, drag it and keep pressing click button and play with up arrow, down arrow, left arrow and right arrow, and you will get with different looks. So I'm going to take this shape and you can play around and you can get this shape. Okay, when you're satisfied by your settings, just release the click button and this shape will be in the composition. Now come back to your active camera and you will get something like this. Now if you come back to camera tool by pressing C and zoom in or zoom out or zoom in, you will see that this aura is in interaction with the camera, and you can even orbit around it. So it is your choice that how you use it. I come back to camera again and I reset everything. And one more thing that I just want to tell you is that this mask is not only making this aura a 3D aura that is interacting with the camera, but it also gives us more control. For example, if you are not at a mask tool, you can press M twice to get the mask option, and you can increase its feather to decrease or mix the aura, and you can increase the mask expansion to get more or less aura into your scene. So this mask is not only making this aura 3D, but it is also enabling us to control this aura. So that is it. Our stage is ready, our aura is ready, that is reacting with the camera. You can use your own imaginative power to use this setup for your creative animations, and you can use this setup in variant ways to create some powerful things. Well, that's it for this part, and in next part we will put 3D elements in that and we will complete this project. So stay together. I'm Saqib Naqvi and see you later. Bye.